Hey, my friends. Great to have you here today. I want to talk to you about your current focus and the way that you can take your focus and direct it in the way that you want to go. Like when you're driving a car, you don't look in the rear view mirror the whole time. Now and then you'll glance at it. But when you're driving your car, you look ahead, you look at where you want to go. And when we learn to do that in our life experience, when we learn to look at where we want to go, then we direct our life in that way. We direct our life in the direction of where we want to be living in the future, how we want to be living, who we want to be around. So there's a certain aspect of this that's ignoring your current reality to some extent and picking and choosing the parts that you want to be experiencing and the parts that you don't want to be experiencing. And the same for your past and the same for your future potential experiences. I'm walking down this trail. I just went swimming in the river here, and I'm just dodging some poison oak here and there. So I've found that as I get better and better at focusing, and now that I've gotten good at putting my attention on what's the most important thing in my life right now, and what do I appreciate and what do I like about my life right now, what do I like about my past, what do I want to remember about my past, and what do I want to bring in to my future and create as my future life. It becomes easier and easier to live the life that I enjoy and that feels good to me. And I want that for you too. I want to empower you to choose your own destiny, to write your own life story, and to write it in the way that you want it to be. To write it by selectively focusing your attention. And this takes practice. This isn't something you're going to get right off the bat. I mean, maybe you're already pretty good at it and you can drop into this kind of way of looking at the world and your life and this way of directing your awareness and your attention. But we are consciousness in this body. We are consciousness living this human experience. And the way that our consciousness works is that we can direct it in the way that we want to be living. And we create more of that. And I got into this because I really wanted to see, mainly, I wanted to live happily and really appreciate life. And then I also wanted to understand what made the difference between people that were really successful and that had created all these wonderful things in their life, and people that had just, fallen off basically and couldn't get back up after challenging times in their life, or just never created that much in life. And I realized, part of it's desire, part of it's just like, what do you want in your life? There's so many different lives to live, and what is important to you, what do you want in your life? But the rest is not just a gamble. It's not just pure luck. It's not just a toss of the dice, a gamble, like I said. It's really, from what I've found after a lot of studying this and studying different religions and spiritual beliefs and so many different things that say the same thing in slightly different ways, is that we all have the choice to look at our lives in the way that we want to, and we can direct our consciousness in the way that we want to, in any way that we want to. We can direct our consciousness. And so our life takes the shape of how we focus our consciousness. And when you realize that, and you realize that it's just a practice, and the learning practice, like anything else in life, that you can learn to direct your awareness, direct your attention, then you become the powerful creator of your own life experience. And that's what I'm here to share with you today, is that you create your own reality. You choose your life experience. So choose what you focus on wisely. And know that you don't need to figure it all out right now. You don't need to have it all perfect right off the bat. Just practice and learn and do the best you can with where you are. Do your best one step at a time to get a little bit better and a little bit better at focusing your attention. And you, in a very short amount of time with this consistent practice, can create the life that's beyond what you ever imagined. That's what you thought was only there for people that were really, blessed in some way that maybe you didn't even think that you could get to, that you were even capable of, that you were even like possessing that power of. But these people aren't blessed for these external situations, these external circumstances. They are blessed because they chose to be blessed. They chose to focus their attention. They chose to be the consciousness here in this body that was creating the life that they wanted to live. And you can do that too. I know that you can. I believe in you. I know that it takes belief in yourself to be able to do that. And that's what I've practiced for myself, is believing that I'm capable of anything that I want. And I want you to believe that too. I believe in you. I know that you are capable of anything that you want in your life, and that you will create it with your intentional focus. So go out there and create the wonderful life that you want to live. I love you all.